Hello there, strangers. My name is Sue. Thank you very much for coming on and checking this video. This morning on YouTube, or there was a video come up by James Corden, and it was him talking, having a reaction to another late night American TV show host who had said that fat shaming needed to make a comeback. Now, James is a bit like myself. He has struggled. He's now in his 30s and has struggled most of his life with weight. It's become a big issue. And yeah, he's really struggled. So he tried to put his point of view across. And I wanted to just basically echo what he said. The argument was that people are getting so fat because we're so PC, and they need to start fat shaming people and pointing them out for being fat and making them feel ashamed about it. And then James Corden said, well, actually, if fat shaming made people skinny, he would have been skinny at school. And I agree. I have been a chubby person, fat person since I can remember. I got laughed at school. I get laughed at my workplace. I get laughed at the gym. I get laughed at constantly. So if fat shaming really, really, really worked, trust me, I would be a size 10, okay? But it doesn't. And I'm going to go into my information as to why it doesn't work, okay? Now, I eat, and I've spoken to my doctor about it, and this is what he advised me, that I had suffered from depression and anxiety since I was at school. And as soon as I started earning my own money, when I was maybe about 14, 15, I was a bit lost and angsty, like a lot of teenagers are. But because I was earning my own money, I had tried to use the money to try and find ways to make me feel better. Now, one of those things was music, but music was quite expensive. And I mean, it's a lot more accessible these days, but yeah, at the time, buying a CD or a tape, it was relatively expensive, especially when you were delivering the local newspaper every weekend for under £5 a week. But it was my money and I was happy. I would buy myself a magazine, but I would also then go and buy myself some snacks, some crisps and things. And these things, I enjoyed them, and it gave me a little bit of I could think, I could feel a little bit normal. I could feel okay for a little while. And then I would just go back to work. I would save things for the days that I knew I was going to struggle with at school. I hated chemistry when I was at school, for example. I would make sure that I had a little stash of snacks when I went home so that I could eat and help lift my spirits a bit, because I found chemistry so hard and I hated it. But that's not how things work. There's me and my weight has become an effect. The cause is because I was depressed and I was eating to self-harm, and what ended up happening is that I ended up putting on weight. Now, it's a thing that I've struggled for years and years now. I still suffer with mental health issues. I am on medication. I have seen my doctor regularly. And I'm nowhere near fixing whatever is wrong in my head. It's a thing that I've learned, I've been suffering for about 20 years now. So it's a thing I'm learning that I have to kind of learn how to deal with it, learn a healthy way to deal with it. Now, obviously, when we go into healthy ways, gorging yourself on big packets of crisps and stuff isn't the healthiest thing to be doing. But I find that I try to change things. Okay, so example, recently at work, I decided I was going to make my packed lunches. I was going to eat taking some small sandwiches, have some fruit, have yogurt, like be healthy, like not rely on the made sandwiches and stuff. Save myself some money and do it properly. Prepare. Right. Now, in my head, it made me feel better. Okay. I weighed myself after 3 weeks, and it made no difference whatsoever. My weight had actually, like, you know, gone up. And that, like, I was already feeling like, well, I made all this effort. What's the point? What's the point? I wasn't getting any results. What's the point? And then people would comment on it. Like, people at home, people at work, like, commenting on what I was eating. Like, what's it got to do with you? What I'm eating? Like, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you eating a cake? Or, like, why aren't you having a bag of crisps or fizzy juice? Like, it felt really snidey. I've spoken about this kind of before, but, you know, fat shaming doesn't work, okay? I'm living proof of it. What does work is helping people with education and helping people with their other issues, okay? So me being fat is an after effect of my mental health. If I can learn how to love myself, which is what I'm working on, and find that, yeah, you know what, maybe I am worth the change. I'm worth putting the effort in to lose weight. Yes, it's difficult, but it'll be worth it because I'm worth it. What I don't need, as I'm trying to recover, is people then shooting me down in every way because they think that they have some wonderful, like, health guru thing in their head that can tell me that I am the one that's, like, I'm a bad person for being overweight. Like, I have never, like, done anything to anybody. How could being fat make me a bad person? So no, like, fat shaming is not the way forward. Teaching people to love one another and love themselves is important, and that is what the priority should be. If you're struggling, you're better than these people who are trying to bring you down. And it's something I need to remember, but it's also something that you should remember. People who try to fat shame you are disgusting, and they're bullies. That's all they are. They're bullies. And bullies should be ignored. And you know what? If they don't listen to you ignoring them, then yes, tell people. Tell someone it's happening. Shame them. Shame them for their stupid, bullying, bigoted behaviour. Apologies for the shaky phone. My hand is really sore and I have left my stuff in the house. I have got a tripod and I really don't use it. So apologies for the shaky camera. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic week and I will see you all soon. Bye.